yeah, hopefully, things get sorted out and we see you. Tariki, so are you on your way to Wuxi?
No, I'm actually in Indonesia.
Oh, oh, so you left us in Wuxi. Do you have any plans to come back to China? Or you're not coming?
I've delayed. I'm supposed to be back on the 5th, but I delayed my ticket because of the situation.
Hmm. Okay, so the cameras are rolling and we are online. Guys, welcome to MCAS.
Good night.
Great, 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 great. Yeah, Tariki, we have you from Indonesia. It's so cool to have you. Yeah. So I think we're gonna have wonderful conversations. And Iman, you were actually supposed to be in your seat right here with me. You abandoned us. The guys are going crazy. They are all saying, "Where is Iman?" Please do your best to join us next time. By the way, how are you all doing? How are you all doing? How's life, treating you guys?
I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Okay, guys.
Everything is.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, this is you've seen on our post. We send it all around social media outlets on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and all the platform that we have. We wanted to talk about 2020. I started contemplating, just thinking about the year and the years past. I'm personally the kind of person that likes to connect dots and look for meaning out of things, which is why it just occurred to me, and I discussed that with Iman because Iman is a co-presenter on this show, MCAS. So we just wanted to talk about the year because in the course of our conversations we are going to talk about some plagues that has happened and everything that has gone on, and we just went past January, and today is 2nd of February. And does it give us a cause to be concerned, with the coming months? Because that's just 1 month gone. And, everything that's happened within that month is crazy. It's crazy to think of it. It's crazy. There's actually a picture that we are going to share with viewers online, and they could get the chance to see it. Guys, I want to start to ask this question. I just want to ask you, these questions. Is 2020, as we said on our post, a good year or not? Is 2020 a good year or not?
Uh,
Okay, let's have
you want
Tereki.
to answer first?
Yeah, you can answer first. You can answer first.
Okay. In my personal opinion, I believe that 2020 it's relative. It depends on one, like the individual, like their circumstances and whatnot, and like
Mm-hmm.
for me personally,
Yeah.
it's not good or bad. So well so far. I still have good health. You know, I don't think like I need of anything.
Okay.
So it's
All right.
still, I won't say it's exceptionally good or exceptionally bad.
So that's from a personal point of view, like standing at a point where subjectively you don't really have any problem, you don't have any issue with how the year is going. I assume you're the kind of
That's
person
right.
that stays within your place and thinks that yeah, everything comes and we have to take it right as it comes, right?
Yes, more or less.
I see, I see. But for me, like, and just like I'm not pushing my ideals on you, my ideas on you, but
Hmm.
yeah, it is too much of randomness. It's too much. It seems as though it's random, but it's not random. To see all that has happened within the year and just to enlist some of them for you, okay? Just to enlist some of them for you. I mean, on January 2nd, we have the government of New South Wales in Australia, and they declared a state of emergency. Whilst the government of Victoria, Australia declared a state of disaster as well because of the bushfires in Australia.
Yes.
On 3 days after, we have a civil war in Libya, and then the Turkish president, recapped everything. And we are going to show all that, all the happenings of within the month of January. Yeah, I'm not thinking. I don't know. I've not taken the time to look at how everything unfolded in, 2019, 2018. But should we think that this is normal? Should we think that this is normal? You know, and I've not come to the point where we're talking about Kobe. Yeah, people die, and I understand that. And with all respect to Kobe and everyone else, if we should dig every house, we can realize that there are people that are living earth and living this realm of life. And so we are not talking about that. We're talking about major happenings that are shaking the foundations of nations. Iman,
But
okay?
okay, Iman.
So I have to agree with Tariki in a personal view. Like in a personal view, he's right. Like you have good health, so everything is good for you so far. Like you can't complain. But in a general view, in a
Yeah.
worldwide view,
Mm-hmm.
it's not good. It's really not going good. Like every day you hear something is happening. Like yesterday I checked an article. Like
Okay.
January finished, when February started, we have H5N1, the virus H5N1.
Mm.
I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, we're getting the news from.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
started from
that's
yesterday.
right.
Yes, like in first February 1st, another virus shows. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but I really think that 2020 is a very bad start in a worldwide view.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how is it going to be after, but if it continues like this, it will be maybe chaos. Maybe I don't know.
Sorry to stop you there, but I have a question for both of you. Like,
Okay.
what are we comparing? What are we comparing 2022? Like, what year are you comparing it to? Like all the years going back, like this decade, you know?
That is such a
Yeah,
good question. Yeah.
yeah.
Iman, you want to go?
Because
Yeah. Okay. Personally, compare 2020 to since I was born. I'm
okay.
not comparing to like 1920 when there was the
Mm,
Spanish flu. Not
Mm-hmm.
comparing to
Mm-hmm.
1820.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just comparing it since I was born.
Great. I
So
like
since I
that.
was born, all you were like, okay. But this year, particularly, it's not going good as a start.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this? Is
Okay. So
this?
firstly, yeah.
Okay. Please go on. Please go on. I'm listening.
Okay. So firstly, Alfie, remember when you started to list the different events that are happening in the world?
Sure.
Uh, and I guess we're comparing to like since we were born and whatnot.
You
Do you
okay?
think like say when you're a little boy, like in the 90s, that you would be getting as much information about these things as you do now? So like you would be as shocked, if I can say it like that, like because personally, I think now
Okay.
in 2020 we're kind of being bombarded with like a lot of information about things from all over the place. Like you said, like from
Because.
Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Because. Because.
everyone is connected, so like data is flowing like in seconds. Like everyone knows everything about everything right now. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you. But it wasn't like this in 2018. Wasn't like this in 2019. We never started like that. And I like the question that you just asked, because we have to really compare it to other years. I like where Ayman came from. Personally, I mean, I came to China not long ago. I've lived in my country for almost all my life until I came to China 4 years ago. I've never ever encountered any sort of situation like I've experienced right now in China, where there was a declaring of state of emergency, and now World Health Organization has declared that. It is super obvious when we start to even compare it to the many years. The dots, like I kept on saying, the dots that I'm connecting that to. I've never really come across any pandemic or any sort of world event as huge as this. And the facts are there, and I believe in facts. I believe in facts. We all have to, if anything is happening, and as I keep on saying, I discuss with friends that I meet. with all great institutions, and we are not picking any institution and come from their perspective, but we are talking about science, we're talking about religion, we're talking about, all these institutions that are in place point to the fact that if something is happening once or twice, that's okay. You can let it go. You can say it's just a random thing, it just came across and it passed and gone. But if there is a pattern to it, if there is a repetition, it is very important that you take a good look at it and ask yourself, why is there a pattern to it? Which is why my question is, why is it that after every 100 years there is an outbreak? And yeah, that's why I'm thinking, like, is 2020 scheduled for that? Is 2020 really planned? Whoever is working behind the scenes that we do not know, or whatever is occurring, or whatever is going, it could be a natural event. It could also be orchestrated by a group of people. I mean, that this is why I think 2020, we should be careful. That's why we wanted to talk about all this. I don't know what you think about that. Do you still think we should just let it go and just think, okay, it's normal, it just came through, it's gonna go away? We are getting to the point where the outbreak is massively growing. It's getting out of hand. I man, sorry, Tariki, anything you want to still say?
Yeah, I actually think like a lot of these things happen organically,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of these things start from like, because like you're saying with the outbreak, I
Yeah.
think how many people are infected or suspected of being infected? So where it's like maybe 10,000 or
Now,
just a bit over that, right?
I
Yeah.
can confirm to you right now the latest update that we had. I checked in the afternoon. Okay, we have almost about 14,000 infected cases
14,000.
confirmed, 17,000
14.
suspected cases, death over 200, and then recoveries. I mean, recoveries.
Yeah, but
With what we've heard, that's also over 200.
uh,
Now it keeps increasing, and now it's growing in exponentials. It's not just about just two or three or four gets to be added on over time. We are getting to the point where it's
I
growing in exponentials, which means whatever the virus is, okay, it's multiplying.
because I saw somewhere that there's a incubation period for it of about 14 days, about close to 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like if people start to show symptoms now, wouldn't like now like they start to be added to the reports and whatnot, because we are even like when it's just started,
Yeah.
maybe like there was probably like chaos in the hospital, and now they started to like get everything down,
Under
you know,
control.
under control. Yeah. So now they can get like better a better view of the situation. So now you start to see like more realistic statistics coming out, and also like 14,000 out of 1.7 billion people
Mm-hmm.
is still kind of minuscule. I think personally that I
It's like Tariki, just not
like
just to
because
interrupt a bit. It's like you're making the situation, okay, just insignificant. It's like you think it's not so
no
significant.
no 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 no, I'm not making it insignificant. I'm just
Okay.
saying like relative, and also I think this is the the what's the word, like how they deal with it is,
Yeah.
I think they deal with it in a calculated and the correct manner, because up until now I don't think there's a vaccine for it, because like the normal flu,
Yeah.
we have a vaccine, and a vaccine is like to help you prevent you from getting it, which is
Exactly.
done right now, so I think until we get the vaccine it'll be like, which I think is a good a good way of dealing with it. Like, but when we get the vaccine, I think
Mm-hmm.
it'll be a lot calmer, because they have this thing called the herd. What's it called? Herd. I forgot the second part of this.
Okay.
So basically, if enough people are vaccinated, right,
Yeah.
it'll be harder. It'll be harder to for the flu to infect someone who isn't, because they're protected by a lot of people who are vaccinated, so the flu won't
Exactly.
be able to be transmitted. So once 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 there's a vaccine, I think it'll be okay. And medicine nowadays is a lot more advanced than it has been in like the past couple of years.
Okay.
So I think the vaccine will probably be here sooner than later.
Mm-hmm. But what
So
we still think we still think
but
that
if
there's
yeah,
still there's still about more months to come. More months to go, and before the clinical trials moved from there to be tested on human beings or get to be used on human beings on the basis of protection, and then just so that the vaccines can really help with containment. But we are not there yet. Some say it's about we still have about a year to go, 2 years ago, 3 years to go. You know,
I saw somewhere saying about 6 months.
6 months.
That's
It's
how long it
if
was for the last epidemic,
6 months will
the
be
last pandemic, you know.
ridiculously. It will be ridiculously. It will be out of the context of trials clinically, because for medical trials, it's mostly it has to go beyond a year, because it has to be tried on lab rats, and it moves from rats to other animals, and then from those animals it gets to and when there are successful cases in all of them, then it gets to humans, you see. And so this takes periods, because you have to take the reactions, you have to really take the data of the reactions from all these animals at a given time. Sometimes you have to give it a lot of time, and a long time, for you to track the progress. And if there are no side effects to them, then you can bring it upon or bring it to humans, and then you can say you have a successful case, so humans can really get on to use the vaccines, you see. Yeah, but just so we don't go ahead of ourselves, we've not come there yet. I want to share some information with you guys. This is 2020, and it's the year of the rat for the Chinese. There is a fact that I want to share with you, which is
Yeah.
superb. You see, it is the rat is the first of all the zodiac animals, and by the records of the Chinese New Year progressions, or like successions, this is the rat year, and the rat year has some characteristics to it. Okay, and there's something that is so it's a highlight of all. There is this woman that I got in contact with. I'm and you're on the page, right?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this is how it happens. You see, for the transfer of the previous year to the next year, the new year that is coming, there is you see, this is a 60-year period, and by the 12 month, they also go by 12-month period. There is a transfer. There is a move from the previous year to the next year. The woman that I spoke with, she's a Chinese. She shared the situation with me. She said that there is uh between last year, the previous year should be. Let me check the information right now. I can share with you. Um, there are characteristics of the year, and it's a transfer from this animal. I think it's from. Where's my facts? Where's my facts? You see, and this year is supposed for the transfer to successfully go through. There should be a mix up. There should be something that would happen, because moving from this animal, I think it's from the ox. It's from the ox to the rat year. Last year was pig, right? The year of the pig. Last year was the year of the pig, right?
I actually don't remember.
Last year was the year of the pig.
Like 2018? You
Yeah,
mean 2018 or 19?
2019.
2019. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, but it goes to say that, like, in the transfer, the rat year, and I know we are not reading, we are not being spooky here. We are not being, looking for, a demon or anything out of nothing. But it goes to show you something. These are traditions that are long held, and there are beliefs to it. And the belief is that for the transfer to happen, there should be something that should come across that is unintended for. And the Chinese are supposed to know, and which goes to show that the animal for the previous year is a calm animal. And we know rats are rapid, they are fast, they are just those kind of animals that are, you can't contain them. And so for the transfer to happen, it goes to show that from calmness to rapidness and chaos and speed and all that, this is supposed to happen. And that's what we want to talk about now. Maybe, Iman, you want to say something? What if
Just continue. Yeah.
what if this is actually happening? What if this is actually happening? By the oh, good, I just found it. So this is what is at stake when it comes to the rat. It's said about the zodiac rat. The rat can't wait for handover. In fact, it can't be blamed. You cannot blame the rat for being too anxious. So this is an animal that is anxious, okay, which is also an objective law. In a Chinese zodiac, there is a strange phenomenon. Only the corresponding time of the rat spans 2 days, and this is to say Ji Shi, which is around 23 for the transfer. Please don't, sorry to bombard you with all this information, but I've been reading a lot into this whole happenings. You see, so which goes to show. I don't know if all Chinese know this. I don't know if a lot of people across the world know this, but this was to happen. This was to happen. I think so. I don't know what you guys think. You don't believe in traditions, you don't believe in customs, but this was supposed to happen. But they never thought it was going to be in the form of a disease outbreak or pandemic. You see.
If this one was happened, then what about from 2018 to 2019? How was it supposed to be?
That is something I'm going to check, and we are going to post it out to our viewers so they can also get to know it. We'll make a video on that separately about the transfer and the Chinese New Year because it's got a lot to teach us.
I mean, this theory you're just mentioning, it may be true if like we get back 12 years ago
Mm-hmm.
and see if the same thing happened, like there was some big epidemic or some chaos happened in China. So you see, so we should compare this beginning to the beginning of 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 12 years ago.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so we should compare the beginning of these 2 years and see
Mm-hmm.
if it's actually true or not. Like if 2008 something bad happened, then maybe your theory is right. Maybe.
So you think this is just a conspiracy theory?
Yeah, part of me saying it is because um, this is something that is affecting the entire world, right? So remember that how the entire world was going on about like 2012 because of the Mayan calendar and all
Yeah.
of
Yes.
stuff like this.
Yeah.
So and then nothing. I don't recall anything happening. And then there was also Y2K at the start of the millennium.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I think like if you look too deep into it, you'll probably find like connection somewhere, but then the world is all connected somehow, you know. So
Yeah.
if you look somewhere, you'll probably find a connection from someone to something, you know. So it's probably just what's the word? It's probably just coincidence.
okay.
You know, like I said,
Coincidences. Coincidences. Okay. Go on.
yeah, coincidence is the world is a very funny thing, and remember, there's 7 billion people having 7 billion different experiences in their life,
Mm-hmm.
and where it's a very the world is a very interesting place.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So coincidence is I don't know, like in this modern world, you'll never know because okay, I don't know how how I can explain this, but I just believe it's coincidence.
Wow. Ayman, what are your thoughts?
Actually, before I forget, I want to get back to a point Tariki talked about before. He said that the numbers are very low, are very minimal. Like the
Okay.
number of infected, number of dead, number.
Yeah, he did make that statement.
And I'm sorry.
He did make that statement. Yeah.